If your heart has been racing for no reason, if you feel sudden palpitations even when you're completely calm, if you felt your heart skip beats or pound in your chest and doctors tell you nothing is wrong, listen very carefully. You are not having a heart attack. You are not going crazy. Your heart is not broken. Your heart is opening. And this video will explain exactly what's happening. I know this symptom is scary. I know it's the one that sends you to the emergency room at 2 a.m. convinced something is terribly wrong. You've probably had EKGs, blood tests, maybe even a heart monitor, and every single test comes back normal. The doctors tell you your heart is fine. They might say it's anxiety. They might prescribe medication. But you know this isn't anxiety because these palpitations happen when you're relaxed, when you're meditating, when you're lying in bed ready to sleep, when you're feeling peaceful and calm, suddenly your heart pounds. It doesn't make sense until you understand what's really happening. Your heart isn't malfunctioning. Your heart is upgrading, and this upgrade is one of the most important parts of your spiritual awakening. Dolores Cannon encountered this phenomenon constantly in her quantum healing sessions. Clients would describe the exact same experience you're having, and when she asked their higher selves what was happening, the answer was profound. She discovered that the heart is not just a physical pump. The heart is the central processing unit of your entire energetic system. It's more than an organ. It's a portal. It's an antenna. It's the bridge between your human self and your divine self. In spiritual terms, the heart chakra, anahata in Sanskrit, is the meeting point between the lower three chakras, your earth connection, your survival, your identity, and the upper three chakras, your expression, your intuition, and your divinity. When you ascend, when you shift from 3D to 5D consciousness, your heart has to expand to accommodate both realities simultaneously. It has to hold more light, process higher frequencies, and transmit love at a level you've never experienced before. And that expansion, that activation, feels like palpitations, like your heart is racing, like it's pounding, like it's working overtime. Because it is working overtime. Your heart is literally expanding its capacity to love, to feel, to connect, to transmit divine frequency through your entire being. Dolores said it clearly. The heart palpitations are not a medical problem. They're a spiritual upgrade. Your heart is learning to beat at the frequency of the new earth. Let me explain what's happening to your heart on multiple levels. Energetically, your heart chakra is expanding. Your heart chakra is opening wider than it's ever been open. Old walls, old protections, old armor around your heart are dissolving. You're becoming capable of unconditional love, first for yourself, then for others, then for all of existence. This expansion creates physical sensations. Your actual physical heart responds to what's happening in your energy body. Electromagnetically, your heart field is growing. Scientists have proven that the heart generates the strongest electromagnetic field in the body. It's 5,000 times stronger than the brain's field and can be measured several feet away from your body. As you awaken, this field expands. Some people's heart fields grow to encompass an entire room, an entire building. You become a walking frequency transmitter of love and peace. This expansion requires your heart to beat differently, to pulse at higher frequencies, to reorganize its electromagnetic pattern. Dimensionally, your heart is bridging realities. Your heart is learning to exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously. It's beating in 3D physical reality while also pulsing with 5D frequency. This dual existence creates sensations your body interprets as palpitations. Emotionally, your heart is purging every heartbreak, every betrayal. Every time you closed your heart to protect yourself, that energy stored in your heart chakra. Now it's all being released, and as it releases, your heart feels it physically. The palpitations are your heart crying, healing, opening, remembering how to love without fear. Not all heart palpitations during Ascension feel the same. Understanding which type you're experiencing can help you work with it. Type 1. The sudden race. You're calm, and suddenly your heart starts racing like you just ran a marathon. It lasts a few seconds to a few minutes, then stops just as suddenly. What's happening? You've just received a massive energy upgrade. Your heart is processing a download of high-frequency energy. This often happens during meditation or right before sleep. Type 2. The skip or flutter. Your heart feels like it skips a beat or flutters like a bird in your chest. It's not painful, just strange and noticeable. What's happening? Your heart is recalibrating its rhythm. It's adjusting to beat at a higher frequency. The skip is the moment between the old rhythm and the new rhythm. Type 3. The heavy pound. You can feel your heart pounding in your chest, your throat, even your ears. Each beat feels strong, almost violent. What's happening? Your heart is pushing through blockages in your heart chakra. It's breaking down walls. It's forcing old energy out. This is deep healing work. Type 4. The heart awareness. You're suddenly hyper-aware of your heartbeat. You can feel it constantly. You're conscious of every beat. What's happening? You're developing heart-centered consciousness. You're learning to live from your heart instead of your head. This awareness is the beginning of heart-based living. Heart palpitations during Ascension rarely come alone. If you're experiencing this, you're probably noticing other signs of heart chakra activation too. You're feeling emotions more intensely. Everything feels deeper. Joy is more joyful. Sadness is more sad. Love is overwhelming. Your heart is feeling at its full capacity for the first time. You're crying more easily. Movies, songs, stories, even commercials can bring tears. That's not weakness. That's your heart opening. Tears are how your heart releases what it no longer needs to carry. You're more empathetic than ever. You feel what others feel. You can't watch the news without feeling everyone's pain. You're developing what's called claircognizance, clear feeling. Physical sensations in your chest, warmth, pressure, tingling, even pain sometimes, all centered around your heart area. That's energy moving, clearing, activating. You're attracting different people. Old relationships fall away. New soul connections appear. You're vibrating at a frequency that attracts your true soul family. You're drawn to green colors, nature, plants. Green is the color of the heart chakra. Your heart is seeking what matches its frequency. You're questioning everything about love. What is real love? What is conditional versus unconditional? What does it mean to truly love yourself? Your heart is redefining love at a soul level. All of these together with the palpitations, your heart is not just opening, it's exploding open in the most beautiful way possible. Let me tell you something that will change how you see your heart forever. Dolores Cannon discovered through her work that the heart is the primary ascension portal, more important than the third eye, more important than the crown. The heart is where the transformation truly happens. Why? Because ascension is not about becoming more spiritual, or more psychic, or more enlightened. Ascension is about learning to love without conditions, without limits, without fear. And you can't do that with your mind. You can't think your way to unconditional love. You can only feel your way there, through the heart. Ancient wisdom traditions knew this. The Egyptians believed the heart, not the brain, held consciousness. In the judgment of the soul, they weighed the heart, not the mind. Buddhism teaches that enlightenment comes through opening the heart, not through mental understanding. Christianity says God is love, and that love lives in the heart. Every tradition points to the same truth. The heart is the gateway to the divine. When your heart opens fully, when it activates completely, you don't just understand oneness, you feel it. You don't just believe in love, you become love. That's why the heart palpitations feel so intense. That's why this symptom scares you more than the others. Because your heart knows this is the big one. This is the transformation that changes everything. Your mind can stay partially closed and you'll still function. But your heart has to open all the way. There's no partial heart opening in 5D consciousness. So the palpitations you're feeling, that's your heart preparing for full activation. That's your heart clearing out everything that isn't love. That's your heart expanding to its divine capacity. Now let me give you sacred practices for supporting your heart during this intense activation. Practice 1. Heart-centered breathing. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe slowly in and out through your heart chakra. Imagine breathing green light in, breathing old pain out. Do this for 5 minutes when palpitations occur. Practice 2. Heart affirmations. Say, my heart is safe to open. My heart is strong enough to feel everything. I trust my heart's wisdom. I am love itself, expressing through this human form. Practice 3. Rose quartz connection. Hold rose quartz over your heart. This stone carries the frequency of unconditional love. It helps your heart remember it's safe to be fully open. Practice 4. Forgiveness work. The fastest way to clear your heart chakra is forgiveness. Forgive everyone who hurt you. Not for them, for you. Forgiveness releases the weight your heart has been carrying. Practice 5. Gratitude for your heart. Thank your heart. Thank it for beating your entire life without you having to think about it. Thank it for holding all your love, all your pain, all your life. Your heart needs to be acknowledged. Practice 6. Ask for gentleness. Say to your guides, your higher self, please open my heart with gentleness. Please let this activation be as easy as possible. You don't have to do this alone. Practice 7. Express what you feel. Don't suppress. Don't hold back. Cry when you need to cry. Laugh when joy comes. Tell people you love them. Let your heart speak. Expression is how energy moves. Let me paint a picture of what life looks like when your heart is fully activated. Fear dissolves. Not because nothing bad can happen, but because you're so connected to love that fear can't take root. Love is the antidote to fear. You see with your heart, not your eyes. You see people's souls, not their personalities. You see the divine in everyone, even those who are acting from their wounds. Your intuition becomes undeniable. Your heart knows things your mind can't figure out. You trust that knowing without needing proof. You attract miracles. When you live from an open heart, the universe conspires to support you. Synchronicities become your normal. Magic becomes daily life. You become a healer without trying. People feel safe around you. They open up, they cry, they heal, just by being in your presence, because your heart is transmitting the frequency of unconditional love. You stop defending yourself. When you know your love itself, what is there to defend? Criticism rolls off. Attacks don't land. You're unshakable because you're rooted in your heart. You experience joy for no reason. Waves of bliss wash over you, not because of circumstances, but because your heart is tuned to the frequency of Source. And Source is eternal joy. This is not fantasy. This is what Dolores Cannon witnessed in people who completed their heart activation. And this is what's waiting for you on the other side of these palpitations. Listen to me with your heart, not your head. Those palpitations that scare you, they're not a warning sign. They're a celebration. Your heart is throwing a party because it's finally free to be what it was always meant to be. Your heart is not weak for feeling so much. Your heart is strong enough to break open, strong enough to love without protection, strong enough to feel the pain of the world and still choose love. Dolores Cannon said, "The ones with the most open hearts are the ones who will lead humanity into the new earth. Not the most spiritual, not the most psychic, not the most enlightened, the most loving." That's you. Those palpitations prove it. Your heart is opening so wide that it's going to change not just your life, but the lives of everyone you touch. Stop being afraid of your heart. Stop running to doctors trying to fix what isn't broken. Stop thinking something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong. Everything is right. Your heart is doing exactly what it needs to do. Trust it. Honor it. Let it lead you. Because your heart knows the way home. And home is love. Always has been. Always will be. If this video helped you understand your heart palpitations, if you now know that your heart is opening and not breaking, write in the comments, "My heart is opening." That statement is your permission, your surrender, your trust in your heart's wisdom. Subscribe to 5D Body Shift and turn on notifications. Tomorrow's video will reveal what those body vibrations you feel while sleeping really mean and why they're proof your light body is coming online. Your heart races for a reason. You found this video for a reason. And your heart is opening right now for a reason. You are becoming love. And there's no turning back.